So, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm in the process of doing some work on this car over here. However, something that I've been waiting for has arrived for my 31, and so I'm actually going to stop what I'm doing over here because this is going to take a little longer. So I'm going to quickly take care of this situation with this car, which is not really a situation. It's just I kind of want to do something other than making typical or basic changes to it. So this is my Grip Royal steering wheel. It's been custom engraved, and however, I was missing a couple of things to be able to make it work. So one, the hub adapter, which came today, and then two, I wanted a more classic like horn button. I can't even talk. So that also came today. So we're going to install that now. These are all the components for the adapter. It's a 3-piece. So let's see if we can't get that on. I've never used this adapter before, but I believe, or this kind, but I believe it just simply goes like once the holes line up in there, then this would go on top like that. The steering wheel would then go up here like so. And then obviously the horn button. I don't know why I'm struggling with that today. This goes on top of the steering wheel. This is actually a really heavy duty one, and I forgot the brand, and I also threw away the paper. Didn't really have like the packages don't have a name brand. So, but yeah, this one's like heavy steel, so seems like a really good quality. Let's go ahead and get inside my car real quick. Okay, so still trying to get in here. So I've got this super hideous Chevy like 1994 steering wheel on here, and I didn't put this on here. The steering column's a Chevy column. However, this is not going to do it. Not that I have anything against Chevy. I actually prefer, like, as far as newer vehicles, I prefer Chevy over, Ford or something like that. I am, technically a JDM guy, so obviously I wouldn't give up a Chevy for a Toyota, but it is what it is. That's not even the point or anything like that. Point is that this is a Ford and it's got a Chevy steering wheel, and I'm not okay with that. Keep in mind, my channel's not a how-to, so just know that there might be some steps that I might skip, or there might be some things that I might not show 100%, but for right now, you do get to see some of the things that I will be doing. I will need to be taking off this pin that holds the nut down there in place. I don't know how well you can see. It's starting to get kind of dark out here. And so I need to remove that pin, take off this nut. That should let the steering wheel come out. Screwdriver. Nah, hopefully yours is a lot cleaner than mine. Used to do fiberglass, so that's what that is. Well, that isn't fiberglass, but it's composite material. This is what the clip looks like. Kind of a pain to get out. You just basically have to pop one side up, and then once you get it over, you get like kind of like slanted like this, then you get the screwdriver and pop the other side out. But I don't even know how this would go in. It'd be probably really difficult to push in. I don't know, maybe. Anyhow, it's out. Well, it's back in there again, but not actually in the area. That jet or airplane or whatever is flying over is really loud. Anyhow, this bolt, it's time to remove it. No wonder this horn button came out so easy. This prong right here is right there. I think I said bolt, but I meant nut. Anyways, let's take this off. There she is. I cannot believe this nonsense is going to require a steering wheel puller, but it's going to. It's gotten dark on me, so we're doing this with my headlight. And so this is the steering wheel puller. If you've never used one of these, two bolts go down into, let me see if I can show it. Maybe down there. Those bolts screw in. I don't know how well we can see from there. Let's try up here. Maybe. There we kind of go. Anyway, they're screwed into two holes down there. And so this piece just will turn. And these two bolts, as this comes down into the center where the bolt of that's down there is at, it'll put pressure on there, and then this will pull up on these two screws. Therefore, the steering wheel will come out. This is going to require a little bit more force than my hand. Try to keep your steering wheel straight when you do this too. It shouldn't take too much force, but it's just definitely a little bit stronger than what my fingers can do. There she is. Most cars usually have what's an up and down marked somewhere, and so this mark here going straight up means that that's what you want to follow, or have your hub adapter and your steering wheel follow. Small inconvenient issue. This here had this cover. Let me get back. This cover was down in here. How to remove the cover? You just push out these little. You stick a screwdriver through there and just kind of push this plastic back. And once you do that, you should be able to pop it off. Anyhow, now I need to press this. So pushing it down there. So I have this down here. This nut, as you twist it, it puts pressure on this piece here. This like horseshoe piece, and that pushes down on this. This is compressing. Let me see if I can get my camera out of the way. It's compressing, and I'm trying to reach this little ring that's down here. One sec. There we go. That's much better. So there's that tiny ring down there. I don't know if it can be seen. I don't have anything to point at it with. This ring here is what holds this thing in place. So the reason I'm messing with this is because this, once everything lines up and everything like that and it's put on here, my steering wheel is slightly this way compared to the mark that was on this piece that is currently covered up. So the piece has the mark straight up like this, but my steering wheel is slightly like that. So what I'm going to try to do is maneuver this piece, because this is the issue here. This seems to be the horn button feed or something like that, and that keeps it all in line. However, I see some space there, so I'm going to see if I can push it back a little bit so it's leaning against there instead of leaning up here, and hopefully that solves my problem. So I was getting ready to, I've lined it all up and everything. Moving that piece, I might as well just take it apart since it doesn't really even matter. I can't put it together anyway. So I released that pin. I brought this piece out, not all the way off. Then I left that ring that you see down there. It was right up here. This piece came out. It came out enough to move this way, and then I just pressed it back in. I think everything here is pressed by this metal piece here, and so once you press it back in with this and put the pressure on it and put the ring in there, then nothing moves anymore. So this was enough to get this piece to now be straight. So this top hole right here lines up with this mark, and so I know that the steering wheel will now be straight. But problem with that is that this thing, I was getting ready to put it in. Let me just put it in here real quick so we can kind of reference what I've got going on. So this piece goes like, whoops. that. And this goes like this. Actually, I lied. This goes like this. Okay, everything lines up by sticking these screws through these holes here. However, this piece right here is not tapped. So these do not screw in. I'm going to have to tap this piece, and so I'm a little kind of tired with this right now. So I will be doing it tomorrow, and let's see if we can at least put a simple steering wheel without, oh, it's a good thing it didn't work. I forgot to put the little cover thing that goes on here. So anyway, tomorrow when I have plenty of sunlight. Small inconvenience. So this bolt is a M6 by 0.9. So the thread pitch is 0.9. All my taps, and I even looked online, and they I couldn't find an M6 that's a 0.9. So I had to go get new bolts that are very close to this. It's just, they're slightly, maybe like a centimeter or two longer, so that my tap, which is an M6 by 1.0, can work out. But yeah, I found that pretty strange. So I accidentally made a little mark there. I tried to kind of just run the screw and tap it through with the screw, since this is aluminum, but it started becoming really difficult, and I'm just worried that the bolt will break in there. So instead of just doing that, it was just better to go get bolts that match my tap. Tapping is super easy once you can get it to go straight, and this is aluminum, so I don't really even need to grip it with anything. Just kind of have a firm grip, and with aluminum, I'm able to just go all the way through. But generally, you kind of want to do one turn, go back half a turn, go forward one turn, or at least that's how I do it. Sometimes I do a full like 360 and then go back, and then another 360 and go back, another 360, and so on and so forth. Okay, she's all in there. I have to unscrew it though, take the screws back out. I don't know why I put them in there. I guess I put them in there just to not lose them. But get those off. Whoopsies. All right, so assembly time. This piece goes in like that. This piece goes in like this. And let me just line up the holes and put in the bolts in here and tighten it down. Now it's time to put the center nut back on. And definitely not just doing it hand tight. Got a big socket here. Whoopsies. The little clip is very important. Put it back on. The secret here is get one bolt in, and then you can kind of line everything up, get the other bolts in after that. But now it's just a matter of tightening. Look how shiny. All done. Okay, so we are done with that. So I did not connect the horn button. I feel like I keep saying that word. Anyway, I didn't connect that. I will connect it later on. For now, I just kind of wanted to get the steering wheel on and see kind of how it looked. It shouldn't be very complicated. I just have to run an extra wire in there and ground it. So super easy, but you know, I don't know if that needs to be covered or whatnot. Maybe later on I'll just show it and I'll connect it or something. But because it's one piece and it's not a removable steering wheel like my race car or something like that, it's not very complex. All the wires are stuck together, so you don't have to get creative with how you're going to make the connections happen. Uh, anyhow, for now, that's all I got. So thanks for watching. We will catch you on the next one.